I have a feeling today is going to be a very interesting day as we put a drain camera down this pipe here. This pipe is connected to all the other drains and flows outside into the woods. Those pipes are also connected, in my suspicion, to all the down pipes or the gutters for this. So when it rains, I get quite a bit of water and quite a bit of debris. You can see some of the debris around here that comes up, and when it starts raining hard, it will start pushing the water up. It will get to about this area here, and then no matter if it's raining hard or not, it will continue just to go down. So it's very brief, but it makes me wonder, are there critters up in here? Are there just some bumps up and downs? Is there connections that are odd? There's a gutter right here, but let me just walk you around and show you the whole area. So outside the barn, gutter comes down, obviously right next to that drain. As we walk outside, this clean out has nothing to do with the gutters, but then we have two more gutters over here. This guy goes down, and I thought we had one in front. We do not, but there is another drain that is in this garage. There's actually two more drains that are over there, and then the pipe goes out into the woods, which it's probably tough to see, but it goes out right there. There was a tree on it, and we cut it off, and it kind of snakes its way out there. There should be PVC on the inside, and then we have corrugated on the outside, but let's see what our camera shows us. So if we're going down this hole, we are using this camera. There's a little bit of a plastic piece around here. This is basically just a spring that holds this camera. We'll go down the sewer pipe. This camera is a Sandy Space, really nice picture that we have here. Beyond that, we can record things, we can play things back, we can save them to a drive. Not something that we are going to do today, but at the same point, this has a lot of capabilities. I'll put a link to it in the description. It's nothing crazy special. We'll turn the lights on here. Take a look at what's going on down here. Clean picture. It's interesting, almost looks like a screw up in here. There's our pipe out. Now this is corrugated, not what I expected. The rest of this place has been PVC, which would have been, in my opinion, much better of a choice than corrugated, especially when you're underneath concrete. Let's just keep going, see what we find. This looks like we're heading downward. And we're going to be pushing some stuff up. There's a buildup, and obviously this stuff is backing up. And that backup is coming from the gutters. And here's where we get a PVC connection back into corrugated. Whoa, that is my issue. That is a ton of aggregate off the roof. Now we just replaced the roof, so I have to assume that this is old. Let's see if we can get over it. Wow, that is most likely our issue. A ton of aggregate just before a Y or a T in the pipe, right? We're underwater here. And we hit the end. So that is very interesting to note what's going on. That is half full of aggregate off the roof. Pretty clean picture of the exact issue. You can see where the camera's been pushed over top of it. I have to assume that this is going down, backing up here and pushing things up. Let's see if we can get through some of this and see if we can get a direction. There we go. Now we're continuing to go down the pipe. Now we may either be going up towards the eave trough or down towards the secondary eave trough. either way. It's pretty decent view, interesting to say the least. I expected to find a critter in here. I did not expect to find a bunch of aggregate off the roof. Now we must be heading out towards the second furthest away drain. Oh, something looked really light. That was just water. So there are obviously areas here that water is sitting. There we're sitting with the camera in water. And what's neat about this to me is we are 71 feet away at this point in time from here. So this has given us a lot of information. 71 feet is a decent distance for us to be out. And as we continue down, being able to track and find this thing is quite amazing. And the fact that we are able to continue to push this down without having a fiberglass rod. Now, here's an issue. We are full of water. Not full, but we are close. We're full now. So somewhere in here is another restriction. Aha! Look at that. And there it is. While that is not easy to see here because of what everything is, this is a nest. If we get, well, you can see here, this is a bunch of grass and roots. I don't think that's all roots, but it very well could be. Let's see if we can keep sneaking past it. We're back to a point that is not completely full. Show me that. We're 95 feet away, and it's getting hard to go around this corner. We're back in an area that either is full of roots or grass. Let's see if we can push past this. That one is not going to let us by. So that is no doubt our issue, that we are in a place that I have to assume that pressure has to build up quite a bit for this to clear itself out. Look at this. Obviously a bunch of little critters living down in here, little worms of some sort that are living in this tile. That's kind of interesting to see in itself. Almost like we're in the ocean here. So this tells me I got to get my fiberglass stick out, go from the other end, and really try to clear this pipe, because this pipe is full of stuff. So we'll be flushing, and I don't want to roto-rooter this out because it's corrugated, and I'll probably tear up more of the corrugated tile than I would anything else, being that I know this tile is about 20 years old. Man, there's a lot of shit living in there. But we will get this cleared out. This is one of those things where I don't have the equipment to solve it today, but at least I know what I'm up against, and I'd have no clue without this camera. This kind of equipment is something that's definitely not used on a daily basis, but at the same point in time, when it is used, it's something that you can't really live without. Not knowing what was in there, and obviously we're gonna have some tree roots. I really expected to have some sort of raccoon nest, or maybe even a dead raccoon or dead animal up in there. I didn't exactly expect just to see tree roots that are blocking the end of the pipe. That's obviously an easy fix, so was going to be a dead critter, but either way, having this kind of equipment around saves you from having to call someone in. And this is useful in more than one way, just looking down drains. You can send this into any place, into walls, into a lot of different places, into attics you don't want to go into. Check out and see if things are safe before you go in, especially around bees. This stuff can really save you. So look for one with a big screen. Look for one that has that transmitter on it that tells you how far away you are. You have a good guesstimate at that point in time by walking it out as to where the problem is at. I think that's a huge plus. I know that I'm 95 feet away, so my nest of weeds and roots is going to be out into the woods. That's an easy fix to come up the other way with any sort of fiberglass, with anything on the end, and just start pulling them back, flush it with water, and we are ready to rock and roll. So that's a great ending for us here. It's the beginning of the fix. Can't do it just yet. I really assumed I was gonna have a critter that I could kind of bop around with the camera and kind of flush the bones out. Not the case. Either way, let me know, is this something you have around your house? To me, I wouldn't live without him. This is like the 4th or 5th time I've used this guy, but at the same point, it saved me in knowing and digging a lot. But having the ability to trace and track these things down is optimal. Let me know in the comments. Give me a like in this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.